Okay, you're ready for a real challenge this time? This is the challenge that I call the Mega Challenge Casino. And what we're going to do is build a slot machine, okay? It's not going to take real money, obviously. And you're not going to be able to save this, play it one day, and then come back to it 3 days and expect your money to still be there, the pot that you've accumulated or lost. However, what it will do is it'll start you off with an amount of money for each session. So in this case, it's going to start you off with $100, and it's also going to display three what we call reels. So think of those little reels that spin around in the slot machine. The three reels spin and then they stop on some value, right? And so as you walk up to the machine, there's already values there from the last player who played the machine. So initially we want to show something randomly, those images randomly there at the top, and then we want to display the player's current money. Also, we want to display kind of the rules down here, and you can read them, but essentially, let's go ahead and run through a few scenarios. I'll bet $5, and I'll pull the lever, and notice that, first of all, if you have one cherry, it should double your bet. However, we also have a bar. If there's even one bar, you win nothing. So it cancels out the cherries, okay? Let's pull the lever again. Oh man, had 2 sevens. If we had one more, we would multiply our winnings by 100. All right, so since we didn't have any winning combination, we lost $5. All right, let's pull the lever again. All right, that's not a winning combination according to our rules. Let's pull it again. Oh, we have one cherry, and so we should have doubled our bet, and we did. You bet $5 and you won 10, and we're back up to $90. All right, and so it just continues to go on and on from there. All right, this is a huge exercise. It may not look so big on the surface, but you're going to need to put your thinking cap on. And I have provided you some assets here to begin with. So look in the CS-ASP_034 Mega Challenge code folder. You should be able to download this where you're currently watching this video or wherever you originally downloaded it from. And I gave you some screenshots. So here is the initial state of the application. Take note that you'll start off with $100 and that the 3 reels will be populated with the images, with random images, all right? Then if you were to win money, look at the winner PNG. You bet $8 and won 24, all right? And it shows the player's money below it in another label, okay? And then let's show the losing condition, and really the difference between these are just really the text that you show in the result label here. Sorry you lost $8, better luck next time, okay? And then I also provided the web form layout to kind of get you started here. So you can see that there on the web form there's going to be 3 image server controls. You're going to set the image URL to a random image name, okay? There's a text box, a pull lever button, a result label, a money label, and then the rest is just text, all right? Furthermore, I've supplied some hints as you go along. So I would say if you don't know where to start, start with this pseudocode and method structure. I kind of lost the idea of the pseudocode there once I started typing, but that will give you kind of an outline, and we're going to follow that outline as we go through the solution videos for this challenge, all right? Then finally, there's an images folder, and you're going to copy that images folder into your solution, your project in Visual Studio, and these are all the images you need. Note their names. So the bar is a special image that you'll need to remember, the cherry is a special image you'll need to remember, and the 7 is a special image that you'll need to remember and use differently. Otherwise, the rest are just kind of filler and to give us random images on our slot machine. Oh yeah, and there's one other thing that you need to do to complete this challenge correctly. And you're going to hate me for this, and then you're going to love me for this. No method that you create. So you're going to have to use methods. There's no way around it. You're going to need to create some helper methods to take care of all the responsibilities that you see here. If you try to do this all in one method, you will be frustrated and you will quit and you won't pick up C# again. We don't want that. You're going to need to figure out all the tiny steps, and beginning at a very high level step. What's the most simple thing that I could start off by doing? And I'll give you the hint here. The first thing that I do start off by doing is just I want to randomly select one of the 12 images and display it in the first image control. All right, can I do that whenever I click the pull lever button? Yeah, I know how to do that. So that's where I start. And I said, well, okay, if I can do it one time, then I can do it 3 times. And now it starts to evolve where I see, okay, well, there's the code that's required to randomly select an image, and then there's code required to display those images in those image server controls dynamically, right? And then there's probably another part of code that's going to control the pull the lever functionality. Right? And then at a higher level, there's going to be some code to display the results, some code to manage the user's current money situation, and so on. All right, so I think I've given you all the hints and the tips. Basically look in that folder for help that I gave you here. No method can have more than 6 lines of code. No method can have more than 6 lines of code. If you have more than 6 lines of code, you're trying to do too much in one method, okay? And then you have all the other assets, and we're going to take 3 videos to solve this. It took me 2.5 hours to create this in the first place. So if it takes you 2.5, 3, 4 hours to build this according to my specification, that's just fine. If you get stuck, watch the videos, and we'll see in those solution videos. Oh, wait, one more thing. There's probably a billion different ways to solve this challenge. If you solve it, and if you keep all the rules, no more than 6 lines of code in a given method, that you're going to use methods, you're going to use all these images that I give you there, it's going to follow the look and the feel of the interface that I've designed, then you've solved it and you did it differently than me. Awesome. All right. Watch the solution videos anyway, because you might learn a little something, another approach that you could have taken in order to complete the project. Okay? We'll see you in one of the solution videos, the very next one. Thank you.